Hi there. Um, and good morning, or sorry, early afternoon. So time for a quick live stream for anyone who is interested in this. And what I wanted to talk to you about was Labour's war on women. And you might say, well, what war on women is this? You'd probably be aware of the fact that very recently, in the past few days, Labour have welcomed the um, the the model, if I can call her that, Monroe Bergdorf, a transgender person who claims to be a woman, although they are biologically male. They've welcomed them to be part of the advisor team to Labour. So she's going to be, Monroe's going to be giving Labour advice on LGBT issues. Well, you may say, what's the problem with, okay, she's a transgender, so she is really a he, but leave that to one side. What's your problem with that, David? Well, Monroe, for those of you who follow these things, recently made headlines when the beauty company, L'Oreal, sacked her. They had actually appointed her as, I think, one of their ambassadors. And why did they sack her? They sacked her because she had gone on social media and declared that all white people were racist. Not some, not a few, all. Yes, she declared that all of us white people are inherently racist. She actually added, for better value, that the suffragettes were white supremacists. Got that? So all white people are racist. Suffragettes are white supremacists. This is, by any definition, the wittering of a racist. What is going on? Jeremy thinks that this person is fit to be the Labour advisor. You got to wonder what kind of advice Monroe is going to be giving. And how is this in any way appropriate? But I've put an article up on altnewsmedia.net which goes through this in a little bit more detail. But you may also have seen that, for example, Labour have recently determined that their all-women shortlists should be available to transgenders. So in other words, men should be able to apply to be considered for the election positions within roles reserved for women. So I'm beginning to see a bit of a trend here. I mean, Labour, after all, is the party which happily hosts segregated meetings where women sit in one side and men sit on the other side. Again, Labour seeming to have a problem with women. And of course, very recently, Labour appointed another transgender man to the position of a press spokesperson or some such within Labour. So right across the Labour movement, what we see is men, biological men, being offered positions that should be reserved for women. So again, I ask you, what's the problem, Labour? Why do you hate women so much? What's wrong with biological women having roles within Labour? Why would you prefer to offer those roles to people who identify as transgender? And if these people, and if gender within Labour is now purely a position of preference, then does that mean that, for example, women can, well, how does this even work? I mean, if Labour cannot tell the difference between male and female and prefer not to, and prefer instead to advance the transgender agenda, that's going to be at the expense of women. And yet nobody postures more than Labour as being the party to empower women. But how is it empowering women by giving jobs that women could do to men? Answers on a postcard, do let me know. And if Labour can't even get these sort of basic things right, how do you think they can get anything else right? How do you think Labour can get issues right, such as Brexit? How can it get the economy right? How can it get anything right? And the answer is it can't. Labour is inherently dysfunctional. It is so screwed up under Corbyn, it's unbelievable. I used to think it was bad under Tony Blair, but believe you me, under Corbyn, it's swinging even further into the abyss, in which it virtue signals, but it's got no relevance or no meaning beyond to the most stupid or venal people out there. Anyone who cares patriotically for this country could not support Labour. And anyone who supports female empowerment, which I do, could not possibly support a Labour Party that instead allows men, literally, to do jobs that it's reserved for women. Anyway, thank you for those who have come along to the live stream. And of course, you'll be able to watch this on replay. But hope you've enjoyed this short session. Speak soon.